And so here in Mission Control Houston, I'm very privileged to have a recently returned International Space Station Commander, Koichi Wakata, the commander of Expedition 39. Koichi, thanks so much for joining me here inside the room today. I really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure being here.
So you just got back in May. You've only been back about a month and a half or so. How's it been readjusting? How's gravity?
Well, first I felt the gravity is pretty heavy, but we really have great exercise device on board and a great protocol for the exercises. And then we kept up our strength, the muscle, and the bone density. So the readaptation back to the one gravity environment was not difficult. Actually, 5 years ago, I flew on a 5-minute flight, but this time it seems easier for me to get back to this 1G environment.
Well, it's got to feel lucky. So let's just start off beginning of your mission. You know, there's a lot of hype. There was a lot of excitement. You guys were carrying the torch. Do you remember kind of what you were feeling leading up to that launch, getting into the Soyuz, getting ready?
Yeah, we had about 2.5 years of training in the training facilities of the international partners, and their dedicated instructors gave us excellent foundation for preparation of the details that go into this complex mission. And yeah, Soyuz launch, it was my first time to launch on a Soyuz, and it's very different from a shuttle launch. And we had the Olympic torch, and it was pretty exciting to be part of this wonderful relay. And this symbolizes international cooperation, not only in sports, but also in the space and other activities that we work together. So yeah, I still remember this November 7th, we launched on the Soyuz. It was pretty soft launch from what I felt inside, and it took us only 6 hours to get to the space station with this full revolution rendezvous. And I'm glad to see that now this full revolution rendezvous is the standard operation, which means we can get to work in the space station much quicker than before.
You don't got to spend 2 days hanging out inside the Soyuz anymore.
Right.
Well, what do you remember? I mean, you guys got there, like you said, in just a few hours. You got a chance to talk to your family right upon arrival. What was it like just when you poked through that hatch again?
Yeah, I felt, I still remember the smell of the space station when the hatch opened.
What's it smell like?
It's kind of like a little bit mechanical smell, and then, but somehow I remember this sensation, and it was, I felt as if I came back to an old office, an old house.
Gotcha, okay.
And it was great to see 6 crew members. The more the merrier. We had 9 crew members on board, only for a short time of 4 days, but it was great.
So it was a packed house. I mean, was there, so like you said, you flew back on expeditions 18, 19, 20. You're up there for, it was a big transition time. Any major differences between when you flew then and when you flew this time?
Yeah, there's a big difference between a 3 crew member stage to 6 crew member stage. During expedition 18 and 19, we only had 3 crew members, and American, Russian, and me serving as crew of the expedition 18 and 19. And we were so busy, not only doing experiments or utilization of the space station, but also housekeeping tasks such as taking out the trash. And with the 6 crew members on board, we share those tasks by 6 of us, and we can allocate more time in the utilization, doing a lot of experiments, maintenance tasks. So I think we're in a very matured stage of utilization of the space station with 6 crew members on board. So I felt a quite difference this time.
Okay, and you were the commander of Expedition 39. You were the first Japanese commander of the International Space Station. What was that like? What did that mean for you?
Well, it is a privilege for me to serve as the commander of Expedition 39, and I was very fortunate to be able to fly with one of the greatest, many great commanders before on my space shuttle and the space station flights. Brian Duffy was my first commander of the space shuttle mission, actually first and second flight on the space shuttle. I flew with him, and then I was able to learn a lot from him, and I will remember his subtle but very skillful leadership whenever I work in space. So I was very fortunate. And for Japan, to have their own representative as the commander of the International Space Station is a milestone in the history of Japanese human space exploration. And I am feeling that the trust and expectation towards Japan as a partner of the international effort in the space exploration has grown. And Kibo module has been working very functionally properly since the launch assemble in 2009, and Japanese Konotori spacecraft has delivered multiple times important logistics to the space station. So that's why I feel the trust has been growing, and Japan can and should contribute in the space station program further, and also in the future human space exploration, international exploration of space beyond low Earth orbit.
Well, I think you definitely set a great example with your time as commander. How are you going to take that experience as commander on board the International Space Station and apply it to your future?
Well, of course, I would like to stay an active astronaut and working in an ISS program. And communication is the key for the success of the international program. And Royce Renfro, who is sitting here at the console as the flight director, he was our lead flight director of Expedition Increment 39. And what a great leader and a great team you have here at the Johnson Space Center at the Mission Control Room. And I would like to enhance this. I would like to keep working to enhance this communication further better among the international partners, so that we can further solidify this partnership of the space program. We have learned a lot through this International Space Station program, how we can work together and then go beyond always further from what we have right now. So I'm so curious and interested in working towards the future space exploration with the partnership.
Awesome, awesome. Now, I got to ask, any super memorable moments from your time on board? Anything you're really going to miss, so being back down here on the ground?
Yeah, there are a lot, actually. It's hard to pinpoint one, but the magnificent view of the Earth.
Yeah.
Last time, 5 years ago, when I lived on board the space station, we did not have cupola module, and now we have 7-window module. What a wonderful module, and then you can never get bored looking through the windows of cupola. So that's a most unforgettable memory, to see this beautiful home planet in cupola. Beautiful aurora borealis and stars, and also this wonderful camaraderie that we had among the crew members, eating together in Node 1 and service module. Steve, who's the commander now, we spent some together with Steve, Oleg, and then Sasha, and what a wonderful group, and I'm so privileged to be able to work with them. And going back, I mean, when I was on board the space station, I really missed the smell of the Earth and family. And but coming back here, I missed the same thing that I had on board the space station.
Well, you did a great job, and we're all very proud of you. We're glad to see you back down here on the ground, but hopefully we'll see you commanding another mission in the future.
Looking forward to that.
All right, again, Expedition 39 Commander Koichi Wakata, first Japanese commander in history on board the International Space Station. Thanks again so much for joining me today. Great job. Best of luck in the future.
Appreciate it.